All right, here we go. You got Mike and Sidekick right back to you on a beautiful night here at the Frat House. And we don't want to waste 1 second of anything here tonight because we've got a big show. We want to start off real quick. Sidekick, we're here on the night of Game 6 of the World Series. It got postponed from last night, and here we are. Otherwise, we might be sitting here on Game 7.
Correct.
Rangers 3, Cardinals 2. This is a must-win. Hate to use a cliche. Must-win for the Cardinals.
Sure.
We're playing at Busch Stadium. Frankly, the way it seems to me, Cardinals really have beat themselves in this series.
Yeah,
Any thoughts?
They haven't been doing too well, in the series. I think Tony La Russa's been outsmarting himself.
Maybe you ought to learn how to use a phone, huh?
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, there's been some conversation about the phone. But tonight we got Lewis going up against Garcia.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a low-scoring game tonight.
Okay.
And so
they're going to tie it up.
My heart says they're going to tie it up.
All right.
I'm still saying we're going to 7.
We're pulling for the Cardinals. Let's hope that we can talk about the Game 7 next week. We're going to quick jump over. I got to acknowledge our Philadelphia Union.
Sure.
And I'm going to turn it right over for a moment to our MLS expert here, Sidekick. We're in the playoffs. We're playing against Houston. Yes?
We're playing against Houston.
Talk to me, educate me, I don't know.
We got 2 games. Sunday, 5 o'clock down PPL Park down Chester. I'll be reporting live from the game.
On the Facebook page.
On the Facebook page, yes I will. There's 2 games with Houston. 1 game Sunday will be in Philadelphia. Next Thursday night, they'll be playing in Houston.
Okay.
And the winner will advance on.
All right.
Hopefully it's our Union.
Now, this is the, second year for the Union?
Yes.
Second year.
First year in the playoffs.
All right. So, good luck to our Philadelphia Union. We want to jump over as well. We just want to bring you up to date real quick on the NASCAR chase. All right. I'm only going to take a look at really the top 5 drivers. We had Talladega last week. We got Martinsville this week. That's race 7. We're coming down to the wire. Carl Edwards is leading.
Yep.
Matt Kenseth, 14 points behind. Brad Keselowski, 18 points behind. Tony Stewart, 19 points behind. Kevin Harvick, 26 points behind. You had been bringing up last week Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's 50 points behind and in 7th place. When you start to take a look at some of the drivers that are below that number 5 line, any chance in the next... I mean, is there any way that some of these guys could be actually sneaking up and might take this?
If there's anybody, it's Jimmy Johnson. I was trying to find out if he was mathematically eliminated yet.
Right.
But I haven't seen any of those projections out there yet. So, but, below that line, I think Jimmy's the only one with a shot at it.
So my Kyle's out of there?
I think Kyle's out.
All right.
He's not been good in the chase.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately. But the sleeper, though.
Yeah.
Brad Keselowski. He's 3rd.
Uh-huh. I know. And he was below the line last week, I think, when we looked at it. So we had a good race at Talladega.
And he's one of the favorites for Martinsville this weekend.
Wow, okay.
So, watch out for Bad Brad, man.
Yep. And that blue deuce. The blue deuce. All right, so there's our update on NASCAR. We'll bring it up to date for you again next week. In the meantime, we're moving over to 5 games. 5 games that we've got in the NFL this week. First game. We got Minnesota 1-6 at the Carolina Panthers. This is one of those weird games. People sit back and go, what in the world why is this game on here? 2 reasons. It's Christian Ponder and it's Cam Newton. Christian Ponder made his debut last week. 41% completion rate against those Green Bay Packers. Really when it came right down to it, I thought that they gave them a pretty good fight. They only lost by 6 points against Green Bay. 41% completion rate, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. He had a quarterback rating at 59.2. But there was 435 yards of offense, and he mixed it up. 217 passing, 218 rushing. So it mixed up nicely. 9 of 16 on 3rd downs. Big thing. Adrian Peterson, listen to me. That's going to be the difference, I think, in this game. Cam Newton, 78% on the other side against Washington. 256 yards, 1 TD. QB rating much better, 127.5 over his opponent there in Ponder. Carolina's a 3.5 favorite. Where do you see it?
Well, I'm glad that Cam's back on the list.
Quarterback. Of course it is.
He is. I'm going to ride him for fantasy through the rest of the season.
Oh, no.
He's my guy. And now, interesting, the Vikings have never won in North Kakalaki. So I'm going with Carolina in the Cam Newton show to take this game.
Okay, and I hope everybody out there heard me when I first started. I said Adrian Peterson, and I'm telling you, that's the difference in the game. That's going to be the difference. I'm taking the upset. I'm taking Minnesota. Game 2. Detroit 5-2 at Denver Broncos. We threw this one on here because, again, here we go. We had a heck of a lot of brand new quarterbacks showing their faces in the league last week. One of them, Tim Tebow. And Tim Tebow has just been ripped from one end to the other by sports talk folks that I've listened to all week long. Oh, he's no good. Oh, he's ugly. Oh, get ready for the ugly. That was one of the quotes you heard. Matt Stafford was uglier, okay?
Yeah.
47% for Matt Stafford. 1 TD, no interceptions. He had a quarterback rating of 75.4. Let's take a look at Tebow. Oh, Tebow had a quarterback rating of 91.7 with a 48% completion, 2 DDs. He really got knocked around in that game, and I think that's where it really shows, being a new guy. 6 sacks, 9 hits. All right, 308 yards of total offense for Tebow, 131 passing, 177 on the ground. Calvin Johnson, all right. Can I tell you right now, Calvin Johnson, there's your Lions. Because frankly, in my opinion, I think we've seen the best of the Detroit Lions. I really don't anticipate anything more from the Detroit Lions for the rest of the season. Calvin Johnson is the Detroit Lions. Forget your talk about Matt Stafford. Forget your talk about anybody else. It's Calvin Johnson. And if he doesn't have a good game, then, in fact, Detroit's going to lose. Detroit's a favorite by 3. How do you have it?
Well, it's Tebow time in Denver, isn't it? But I think Tebow time is over. Personally, the game, he didn't start showing up until the middle of the fourth quarter, or towards the end of the fourth quarter, if I remember correctly.
Well, you had to give him a little
and that's when he was able to actually get going and brought the game back. Other than that, the other 3 quarters of football were horrible.
Yeah. Well,
so I think the Lions are going to avoid 3 consecutive losses, and they're going to pull this one out.
Okay. And you might be sitting there saying, okay, well, Mike is definitely going with Denver. No, I am going to go with Detroit one more time, and I'm going to pick Detroit because, well, it is Denver. On to game 3, Washington Redskins, 3-3 at the Buffalo Bills, who are 4-2. This is a 4 o'clock game on Sunday. Washington, here we go. New quarterback. We got John Beck made his, debut last week. 59% for Beck, 1 TD, 1 interception. He had a quarterback rating of 80.8. Tim Hightower is now out. Put him on the out list.
Yep.
They had Washington didn't look bad in their loss against Carolina. They had 353 yards of offense, 261 passing, 92 on the ground. One's got to start to question, however. They might have looked okay this week. This is a matter of diminishing return from one week to the next for the Washington Redskins. And I just don't, frankly, my notes, stick a fork in them. Because each week it just seems like one more thing gets piled on top of what happened from the week before. I think, again, this is another one. 3-3, we might have just seen our best from Washington. Buffalo, on the other hand, 4-2. They are the 6-point favorite. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 70% completion, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions, and 88.8 QB rating. Now they're coming off the bye, of course. Those numbers are from 2 weeks ago. Buffalo's a 6-point favorite. I think the spread's a little high.
Well, the Redskins, like you said, stick a fork in them.
Yeah.
You've got Grossman's out, Hightower's out, Moss is out.
Right.
I mean, they're just riddled
one thing
with
on top of
injuries.
another. Right.
And I think they're done, like you said. So I'm going with the Bills. The Bills are going to roll right over them.
I'm going with the Bills as well. All right, take the Bills. Game 4, we got the matchup of the weekend. All right, this is a 4:15 game. New England, 5-1. At Pittsburgh Steelers, 5-2. New England is a 3-point favorite. Tom Brady, coming off the bye. All right, against the game against the Dallas Cowboys, frankly, a couple of things jump out at me. Brady did not have a Brady day. That's one. Two, Patriots defense let that Dallas Cowboys team, one of two things. Either the Patriots defense just really is horrible, or they let them hang around too long.
That's a violation.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but that's the way it goes. Pittsburgh, Roethlisberger had a pretty good game against Arizona. Though, in fact, my notes here, Pittsburgh offense, they poured it on, in my opinion, on the Cardinals. Of course, it was the Cardinals. 67% completion rate for Roethlisberger. 3 TDs. He had a quarterback rating of 121.8. This is a tough one to call. New England's going into Pittsburgh. They're a 3-point favorite. You got some thoughts on this one. I know you do.
I've got one note on this. Tom Brady owns the Steelers. I'm going with Brady and the Patriots on this one. They're gonna,
I'm taking
Pittsburgh's defense is not there.
I'm taking the upset. It's a gut. Call it that. That's it. Hey, Brady's my guy, but I'm gonna tell you, I got to go with Pittsburgh on this one. I just think Pittsburgh's going to win. Last but not least, there we go. Dallas. This is the Sunday night game. Dallas Cowboys 3-3 at the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 2-4. Romo, I've been up and down all year long. We've talked about it right here on this show. But we can't talk about the Dallas Cowboys tonight without talking about one guy, DeMarco Murray. Mm-hmm. Last week, 253 yards rushing on 25 carries, 10.1 yards per average. He had a TD. He not only had, I think it was recorded that he had the best game as a Dallas running back. He had the 5th best game as a running back in the NFL history for one game. Philadelphia Eagles, they're coming off the bye. Mike Vick against the Washington Redskins was 58%. 1 TD, 1 interception. I think the thing that was more impressive there was the Eagles' defense. 4 interceptions in that particular game. We gotta hope that the Eagles' defense shows up. Eagles are favored by 3.5.
Well, first I have to apologize to Facebook fan Tracy. I goofed. Yes, I went with my heart and went with my Rams last week. And holy cow, where did DeMarco Murray come from? Whoa, wow. This guy was...
Is it a flash in the pan? There's the question, though. That's what everybody's asking.
I mean, it was against the Rams. We know the Rams aren't the best. But still, wow, I'm impressed.
Yep.
I hit him on my bench, and I'm sorry about that. But after apologizing, though, I want to congratulate Tracy for picking up her first fantasy football win of the season. She's now She's now 1-6. So let's get back to the game at hand. My bomb diggity bomb pick of the week, I'm going with the Cowboys. I just have this gut feeling Andy Reid's going to mess up, and it's going to cost the Eagles this week.
Well, if it does, I got to tell you right now, I think I'm going to be sitting here next week saying, stick a fork in the Eagles. Eagles are a 3.5-point favorite, and I'm going with the Eagles, and that's a heart call. That's it. Alrighty, those are our 5 games of the week. Tune in next week. We're going to be into November at that point. Got to keep it real. Got to keep it live. Got to keep it going. See you next week.
The